we're back with another Argo episode. And what are we doing today? Well, we're going to disappear off to an undisclosed location on some private property and find a cave that I've been looking for about 10 years. Or it's more of a mine shaft. I'm not entirely sure, but it's mostly rumors. But somebody has recently contacted me and told me they finally found it. So I'm going to base on some historical directions along with the hints they've given me. Let's see if we can find it. And we might even pick up some military brass at the same time too. There's a few rumours about that. So we'll see what we can find. Right now I've got to get the back of that all cleaned out so we can leave. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Alright, so everything's packed. The mattress is in the back. All my bedding's on, I've got my food. It's time to start turning on a few things here. Now, let's look at our temperature. Alright, so external temp is 3.9 C, internal's 4.4. My gearbox is at 6.1 degrees, and my transfer case is so cold apparently that stopped working. Given the amount of frost that was here at about 4 in the morning, I had a quick look back over the cameras. It would have been considerably colder than that. And usually this happens when there's been frost on the windscreen. So, and there's a bit of play in my steering here too. I think that's because I'm at an extreme angle. I might need to tighten the steering box. Alright, so I think it's time to turn on glow plugs here. Let them warm up a little bit and then warm the engine up. Then we've got a couple of basics to go get before we head off. And I've got a repair job to do on the way. But, we'll talk about that later. And I'm choking this morning from the cold. So, alright, let's get this thing warmed up. Oh, she's a bit rough. Let's give it a little bit more idle. That sounds better. Alright, we'll let everything come up to temp and we'll head off. Right, so I stopped off for some essential supplies. I got myself a DC to DC converter that'll bring up 12 volts up to 19, so I can charge my laptop to finish filming. I also finally got sick to death of flint sticks, so I got myself a lighter or two and some essential supplies. I wish they had these in the king size ones, but now they put them in two little separate bars. That's stupid. Anyway, they're still edible, so I'm not going to complain. Alright, a couple other things. Oh, and I got one of these because my toilet seat on a bucket went missing last camping trip. Anyway, I don't know who steals a toilet, but anyhow, yeah, let's get underway. Next leg of the trip, I'm just stopping, waiting for my backup to arrive, and we'll be heading off into the scrub in the near future. And I'm just going around checking all my straps and octopus points and all that sort of stuff, all the ratchet straps, making sure my trailer hitch is on. I've checked the hubs on the new trailer. They are a little bit warm, but that's to be expected. But they're not overly warm. I will be talking to the trailer guys. That hasn't done its first 100 Ks yet, so that'll be this trip. And they said after the first 100 Ks, bring it back and we'll check it all out. And I have stopped and I'm getting attacked by mozzies now. So I think it's time to deploy the repellent. Alright, well, we're nearing our location, but it's slow going with this trailer on. And trailer's not really what you call an off-road trailer, but that's pintle hitch is definitely doing its job. So probably got about another 15 minutes of this before we get there. So we'll see you there. Alright, while we're here, I can stop my tracking and yeah, we're going to move on from here. We'll get our camp set up now. Alright, so we're some of the way there, but scheduled maintenance come up, so we're going to put some grease in the hubs. A little bit of water coming out of them too, so I think in the bearings. So I think that's from when we were out in the water. But anyway, good thing is the grease is pushing it back out. And this is a good marine grade grease, so designed with special properties in the wet. So I guess that's the right thing to put in there. And yeah, I've got 3 more to go. I've done the other side already. And we shove it through a little hole in the wheel here. So once that's done, we'll be on to looking for the cave. Alright, so it's now night time. I've had to stopping for the night. It's a bit of a long trip, and tomorrow I think we're going to do the next leg in the Argo. It's going to be about 10 kilometers. So I'm currently copying some files across from my backup, and I've got all my gear hung up on the sides in the back of the Rover. But yeah, we'll get there. That's my laptop case. But I'm nice and warm. I think it's going to get into the negatives. And there's apparently a damaging wind warning for tomorrow. So it'll be interesting to see how we go. My my late brother's handy battery box is still going. That's connected to a solar panel on the roof. That charges all my gadgets so I don't send my main battery flat. And we're in such a position that the built-in 3G modem in the vehicle can't get signal anywhere, even though I just put credit on it. So yeah, when we get back into range, I'll be probably doing a batch upload through that modem and make use of it. But I've also got a 4G LTE antenna on the bonnet, so I might upgrade that to a 4G modem at some point and see if I get any better range on it. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night. I've had enough. So we'll be back on the road tomorrow. Alright, well, I think it's about time we put breakfast on, and once we've done that, we'll get suited up, we'll jump in the Argo, and we'll go and find this cave.
You got one of these in the Argo?
Not yet.
I think we should be bringing that.
Alright, it's time to fire everything up and head off. If I can do this one-handed, I probably can. Alright, here we go.
wrong turn.
I think this one's a dead end. Oh, there's just such big trees over it. Yeah, I think that's why there's a detour. There's a tree over the track. Let's have a look at where we are. Alright, so the track we were trying to follow has got a log that's probably a bit big for the Argo. So we took the prescribed detour and we had to probably move a tree that was about ready to fall over anyway to get through the gap. But now we've got to get up here, through all of this, and then up all of that. But I think we'll do it. The gap's sort of wide enough for it now. It's just how we skid around the corner. It takes a bit of skill that I haven't quite learnt yet. But I'm pretty sure we'll get there. Alright, given our last little close to getting bogged event, we decided we're going to walk down this little steep bit, and we're pretty sure we're not far away from it, so we're going to go and have a look. And yeah, this is definitely some steep terrain. If I line the camera up with level, you look that it's a pretty steep downhill. We'll walk down this and yeah, we are quite steep. There's been dirt bikes down here, and actually the Argo would probably get down here no worries, but we just want to be careful. Alright, so we found the riverbed, and there's a nice steep face like this, but that's sort of thing we'd expect to see a cave in. Now I'm not sure if we're down through that way or if we're up the other way. The instructions I've got were pretty unclear on that, so we'll see what we can do. Alright, so no luck yet, but we'll keep looking. And we've got a bit of a steep walk to get back to the Argo.
Where's the nearest 7-Eleven?
Alright, well we're back at the Argo, and I think I'm going to double back and have a look around the other side and sort of retrace steps. Otherwise there might be another expedition out here one day to come back and have another look. I know somebody that has found this, and I might have to contact them, but we'll see how we go. Alright, well we're back at camp. We didn't find it, but it's time for a bit of a meal. And then we'll go into a bit of a conflab about why we didn't find it. Alright, well we didn't manage to find our cave today, but we have narrowed down quite a few possibilities, and it's basically we'll be able to come back a second time well prepared. I'm also exceptionally tired right now, so we've got a few things to do to pack up before we can leave anyway. Namely, I have my rover here, my trailer here, and we need to go back out that track. Now, rover here hasn't got a great turning circle. There's not really room to turn this trailer around, so I'm going to hitch this to the Argo and drag it around. We'll see how we go. Alright, this is a quick little add-on, and we're all home now, obviously. Note to self, don't leave the trailer brakes latched on. Discovered after about the first 15 Ks that my brakes were smoking blue smoke and I'd left the override latch on, so yeah, remember not to do that. Now I've got loads and loads of GoPro footage and whatnot to compile, so you will have already seen it at this point, but for me, I need a shower.